Hello, my name's Vina V and welcome to VIP TV on vipregnancy.com. Today's show is coming from the Museum of Childhood in the heart of East London. Today's episode is all about being a single parent and it's a mum special. We talk to Paula, mum of two, whose ex-husband sadly died in a car crash, and also Lisa, who found herself single when she was just 3 months pregnant. We hear their stories next on VIP TV. Now, most people decide to be an independent single parent, but Paula, your story is slightly different to that, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The father of my children died when I was 7 months pregnant with my daughter, who's my youngest child. So it was a decision that was taken away from me. But you know, I'm quite comfortable with it. I'm quite happy.
And obviously that must have been really difficult because most people kind of get into arguments with their parents, and that's why they're single parents. But like you said, you just had that opportunity taken away from you.
We had actually already split a couple of months prior to that, but I feel that in my case, which is all I can ever say, is that it's not actually been such a bad thing for me because I am a very independent, very strong woman anyway. I'm very much, I just get on and do things. My children have probably benefited from that. You know, there is no, is daddy going to turn up kind of scenario. He isn't going to turn up. And also I find that I can talk about their father to my children much more than if we had maintained on the very bad terms that we originally was. Actually, at the time of his death, we wasn't on good terms. And it was very much, are you coming to see our son? Are you not? And then maybe he would and maybe he wouldn't, and obviously then that would have escalated and it would have just got worse. Whereas now, you know, by now it might be a situation where I don't feel that I could talk to the children about him, whereas actually I quite often say, do you know, your daddy wouldn't like that, and I can sort of idolise him a little bit for them because he's never going to let them down.
A really difficult situation for Paula, and you were kind of in a similar situation as well, Lisa, weren't you? Because your ex-partner left you and you were 3 months pregnant as well. I mean, how did you cope with that?
He wasn't my ex-partner. He was a boyfriend. Well, I guess the reality of it is the fact that you then start concentrating on the child more than on your personal sort of interest and things like that. So for me, I took it on in terms of, okay, fine, this is what I did, this is who I am.
Lisa, you're now married now, and you've got another child, a daughter with another father. Was that difficult for you as well, bringing a male figure into your son's life, and even difficult for yourself to kind of let someone back into your life?
I was careful in terms of who I brought back at home and, you know, who I let my son see and not see. So obviously with my husband, I met him, he knew I had a child. But it was very clear that, you know what, yeah, it is a relationship, we're starting off, but we've got examples, you know, things to do, things not to do, because my son looks up to me, you know, and if he's looking up to me, then he's obviously going to look up to you. So this is how things are. It's then up to you. I mean, I understand if you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to run. And he is that, I mean, he adores him so much. It's amazing. It's like, oh my God, us the boys are doing this and you the girls are doing that. And I just think if I had denied him that, you know, opportunity, where would he be? Because he really sees himself as the man, as, you know, with his dad, you know, getting up. It's so amazing. And
Paula, you're still a single parent. Paula's been a single parent for 5 years. You must have so many tips and tricks of how do you do normal things like having a shower, for example?
It really isn't an issue. It's not like they're 10 and 15, you know, they're still quite young. And also, in my house, I have a nanny. I need to work. I want to work. I want to show a good example to my children. Recently, I was working on a set, and I was on set at 4:15 a.m. every morning for about 6 days. I mean, I was there for about 5 weeks in total, but those particular early starts, which you can't do if you don't have somebody in your house. It's a huge expense having a nanny, but it's a bit like if you book a holiday, you will pay for it, and having a nanny, you will make sure you go out and earn the money to pay for it. And the security of having a nanny is overwhelming. My children, today, example, I kissed them as they left for school. I know that she'll be the same person who'll pick them up, she'll cook their dinner, she showers them every night, she puts them to bed, and it is no upheaval for the children. There's no difference whether I'm there or not. That is what she does anyway, and then I just have the good bits. And
that's not fair.
Talk about love. Talk about us. Talk about VIP TV. Yeah. Talk about celebrity drama. Talk about celebrity mamas. VIP TV. Yeah. Join us on the #1 pregnancy and parenting TV show at vipregnancy.com.